Hi guys, got Ryan here. I know you guys haven't seen her in a while. That's because I kind of went in another direction from what I initially started my channel with. I initially started like, how many years ago? 3 or 4 years ago, I started the channel with doing some American Girl videos. But I ended up deleting them and kind of starting over when I got Ryan. And she was my primary focus for the longest time. But after finding Cynthia's babies, it just kind of renewed my love for the Real Care and Baby Think It Over and neonate dolls. So after that, my focus kind of shifted from Ryan to them. And I have gotten to the point where I have one of every race. Not one of every race. One of both sexes in every race. So, poor Ryan has been kind of put on the wayside. And has been living in the closet. I had made a video, I don't remember how long ago, about selling her, and I had a few people ask a few questions. I had a few PMs for her, or emails, and I don't know what all they were thinking. One of the emails asked for all these pictures of her, and then wanted to know the price, which the price was in the video. And then when I sent the price, they're like, oh, well, I thought you were selling her for $200 or less. Sorry guys, there are no real silicone dolls for $200 or less. There are those knockoff silicone dolls on eBay and AliExpress and stuff like that. Those are Chinese knockoffs that have been molded from other dolls. So, and at that, being their Chinese knockoffs, I personally wouldn't want to take the risk of what is actually in the silicone. Because to mix silicone, you have to mix various components. They can be mixed various different ways to make the silicone firmer, softer. I know personally there were some, a long time ago, that were mixed with tin. And I had a major reaction to the silicone that was mixed with tin. I had an Ashton Drake silicone doll, and I thought she was adorable. I believe her name was Haley. She was sculpted by Linda Webb. I think actually she was the Welcome Home Emily sculpt, if I remember correctly. Anyways, I absolutely loved Haley, but every time I picked her up and handled her, I noticed my skin would like hurt, physically hurt, and it would turn like to flaming red. I have the same reaction when I touch wool, like true sheep's wool. So like my kids doing for 4-H, sheep are completely out because of my wool allergy. Anyways, I had a Heritage Mint silicone doll, which prior to Haley, which I never had any issues with. I can't remember who she was sculpted by. I think her name was, what was her name? I just remember she was a Heritage Mint silicone baby, and I had no issues with her. I was fine when I handled her, but this Ashton Drake one, I broke out. Well, it came out that the Ashton Drake one, the silicone was mixed with tin. And so, I was allergic to it. I also have a mild metals allergy, so that didn't help it. And, anyways, like getting those knockoff ones from eBay. I think there's some on Amazon. I've seen them on AliExpress. I've seen them on Wish and whatnot. They're like typically $100 to sometimes $500. And you don't know, being they are coming from China, what exactly they're mixed with. We got into a discussion about this. Even I'm in a group for babies and kids from AliExpress. And we got into discussion about the toys from Ali. There are lots of toys that come from AliExpress. And I have one, I think. I can't get to it right now. It's covered up right now. I have one toy. It's a wooden toy that came from there. And I don't let my real children play with it. It's more for a prop for my dolls. The reason why I bring this up is because they're like in China, to cut corners, there's no laws regarding like using like lead based paints, lead based anything. I know a friend of mine even made a comment. She had been buying a bunch of shoes for her daughter from China, and when they did a lead screening on her daughter recently, it came back really high. So they had to do a more in-depth one on her daughter, and they're not sure if it's because of the shoes or whatnot. And her daughter wears a lot of the shoes without socks, so they're directly touching her feet. Fabrics, it isn't so much of an issue, but we all know lead isn't good for us. So I'm fine buying like clothes for even my children off of Ali. I'm fine buying clothes for my Reborns. I'm fine buying shoes for my Reborns. But in China, they don't have safety standards like we do with materials, be it lead, other materials that can cause issues. So buying those silicones, to me, could even be a risk to your health, personally. I personally don't care for them, not only because of that, but because they are typically copies. They're counterfeit dolls that somebody in China got a hold of, like a doll kit. There's been some where they get a hold of doll kits and they make these silicone dolls out of them. So anyways, getting back to that, of course I'm not going to sell her for $200. I've listed her on eBay. I'll put her eBay link down below. She is $1,700, $1,700 on eBay. And people are going to probably be gasping about that don't understand silicone dolls. Silicone dolls, a good silicone doll on the cheap side is $1,500. And they go all the way up to, I've seen $5,000, $10,000 depending upon the artist and how sought after the artist is. I just recently saw a partial silicone, third owner, Michelle Fagan sculpt. Somebody just listed that for over $2,000, and that was a partial sculpt. That's full limbs, a head, and a cloth body. Where Ryan is sculpted by Angela Lewis. She's actually Dakota #1, and she's Dakota #1, and I can't remember. She's a full body silicone. And I know Angela Lewis isn't as a big sculptor as Michelle Fagan, but she still is a very nice sculptor. She's done a lot of babies recently that are just adorable. Sometimes I wish I would wanted, not necessarily wish. Sometimes I go back and forth about selling Ryan. Honestly, that's why I made a video a while ago about selling her and never really did much about it. And that's because I kept going back and forth about selling her. So what I did is I put her in a box and packed her away for a few months, and I would think about her here and there, but I was more concentrating on the other dolls, so to me it's not really fair to Ryan to sit in a box in my closet, as well as my daughter's getting more interested in my dolls, and I'm afraid that she's going to rip her or something to her on her vinyl, her silicone. I am so tired. There are no rips and tears in her. She'll come with a lot of goodies. I'm not sure if she's going to come with a diaper bag or not. Depends upon what all I can fit in her box. But she'll come with the snowsuit she has on. She also has a zebra outfit underneath it. And I have quite a few other outfits and other little goodies for her. Right now I do have them in a diaper bag. But the box that I have for her, I don't know if they'll all fit. Back to her price. Her price, like I said, it's on eBay. It's $1,700. I will tell you right now, right off the bat, $170 of that goes straight to eBay. And probably another $60 goes straight to PayPal. I list my dolls including shipping, because what I do is when I make my listings, I figure out how much shipping is going to be. I figure out how much PayPal fees are going to be, how much eBay fees are, how much supplies are going to cost, how much she cost, and whatnot. So that's where I got the price. She will be shipped fully insured, as well as signature required. I'm not, please don't ask if I can remove the signature requirement. I'm not going to. I will tell you that right now. To me, as a seller, that is a red flag that a buyer wants the signature removed. A lot of them are, oh, well, I'm having it shipped to home and I'm not going to be home. That makes it so I have to go to the post office. Personally, if I'm getting an expensive doll like this, I would prefer to have to go pick it up to the post office if I'm not home, instead of it being dropped at my front door and left. I've had pretty much all my real cares and such, when they get shipped to me, they're just dropped at the front door, and it's frustrating as a buyer, because if they show delivered in the system, and they show delivered to PayPal, they show delivered to eBay, and then as the post office is seeing it, they delivered it as well. So sometimes buyers get stuck because something was stolen off their porch. I'm not going to take that risk as a seller, because there have been cases where sellers, they come back and eBay forces the seller to refund the money. But then the post office says, well, even though you insured this, it shows it was delivered. So we're good on our side. There's no claim for you. So that's where I come in, where it needs to be signed for. When I even ship my Real Care dolls, which sell a lot less than a full body silicone, those get shipped with signature as well, because I, as a buyer or as a seller, don't want to risk it. And personally, if a buyer asks me to remove it, that's a red flag to me. I do ship through the international shipping program, so she will get shipped to a place in the US from eBay, and they're the ones that fill out all the paperwork for customs to ship it along to you. So I've had people, oh, I want you to ship it to me. I don't want to go through the global ship program and then you can mark it as a gift. No, I'm not doing that either. So she is for sale. Like I said, her auction or listing is below. I have a bunch of pictures in her listing. In some of her pictures, she looks a little bit whiter, like you can tell right now. Zoom into her face. She's a really nice peachy pink color. And in some of her pictures, she looks a little white. And that's because I had just given her a bath and then powdered her prior to taking the pictures. And she's not a sticky silicone. I've had, and like I said, they were cheaper silicones, but like everything stuck to them. Like the cat hair sticks to them, sticks to her, and some other things like lint, but she is not like sticky. Like earlier today there was a piece of cat, or before I started the video, there was a piece of cat hair on her face and I was able to pull it off. Where the other silicones I've had in the past, like literally it's impossible to get it off without taking and like running water over it and then powdering them to make them not as sticky. I have powdered, I washed her and powdered her, and in the 2 years I've had her, I have done that twice. I did that for a video not long after I got her. I did a bath video and powdered her. And yeah, that was the second time that I've ever given her a bath or powdered her because I didn't feel like she needed it. The only thing that I will say is her head is on a ball joint, so you are able to turn her head on the ball joint. And when you do powder her, you need to get some powder into that ball joint, and it's easier to move her head back and forth. Where before I figured that out, it was really hard. And she has like this. In the pictures it looks like strawberry, or it looks blonde. I think it's just some of the pictures. She's got like a reddish strawberry blonde hair color. She's got a hat on under there. But she's really sweet, and I know I'll miss her, but I just feel she needs to go to a mommy or daddy that will love her and appreciate her and give her the attention she deserves, because she honestly doesn't get it here. And I've been wanting to do more outing videos, and I would love to do them with her, but she's so heavy, and then once you get the car seat and everything, it just makes it so she's too heavy for me lately. I know having a real baby, it's going to be heavy. I've carried large, heavy, real babies. But she's a dead weight where they're versus a live weight. And yeah, I would prefer to get a reborn that is probably about 6 pounds in weight versus her. She's got to be about 8 to 9 pounds. I've never measured her, but she wears a newborn size, like Carter's, the outfit underneath here, zipper. This outfit is a Carter's newborn outfit that's on her, and it fits her nicely. And some like smaller 0 to 3 month clothes fits her as well, or like H&M's 0 to 1 month clothes fit her well as well. So I would estimate she's probably about 20 to 21 inches long. Like I said, I've never actually measured her, and I've never fully weighed her. I don't have anything. I have like a shipping scale, but I have never weighed her. Like I said, I would guess between 9 and 10 pounds. She's a good, chunky, solid baby. And if anybody's ever held a silicone baby, you know, they're heavy. They're nice and jiggly though, like as you can see, her foot. And I mean, I loved her, but it's time she finds a new mommy. And I've been itching to get, I want to get a reborn. I want to get like a toddler, I don't even know if I want a toddler size. I would love a toddler size. I don't know if I could afford a toddler size. But I'm thinking even like a 3 to 6, 0 to 3, a solid 3 to 6, 0 to 3 month baby. Kind of like a Saskia size or Maisie size, something along those lines. I would love to get. So if you're interested in her, like I said, her link is down below for her eBay listing. I am not at this point interested in selling her outside of eBay, just because right now it's just easier for me to do everything through eBay. So I hope she finds a new mommy soon, and I will see everyone on Monday. Bye.